Welcome to the Board of Works Public Safety today. We're glad you're all here, and we're going to have an invocation, and it's going to be given by a new young gentleman over here, Mr. Reynolds. What's your first name, Mr. Reynolds? Nathan? First, we're going to have the pledge, though, okay? You want to lead us in the pledge, too? Do you know how to do that? Come on up here at the podium, and I'm sure Jane won't get upset.
I won't. Flag's right over here, Nathan. You can stand right there if you want.
That's good.
Okay.
We'll get right up there by.
There you go.
You can leave it right there. Wait. You can leave it right there.
Nate, just lead it.
Just leave it here. Just step back.
That's all right.
You're okay.
That's all right. We got those in.
Just
Go
step back
ahead
and
and go ahead and get us started.
Okay.
I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Now, Nathan, if you'll come over to the podium over here, we're ready for our prayer. This boy is 9 years old, and he is Reverend Reynolds from the Calvary Baptist Church son, and we'll bow and you lead us in prayer.
Jesus, thank you for this day. I pray my life be changed by you. Jesus, thank you for leaders, Jesus, to guide us through every bit of our life, Jesus. Yes, thank you for a free country, this town, Jesus. Jesus, I pray that you could help them to make the right choices upon your will, Jesus. And Jesus, I also pray for our President, Jesus, and for all towns, Jesus, and for all states, Jesus. That we are one united country, Jesus, and Lord, you can come back.
Amen.
Thank you, Nathan. Good job, young man. Good job. God bless you.
Thanks, John.
We're gonna start the day off good. He's a happy
I'd
camper.
ask that everybody turn their phones to the quiet position, whether it's vibrate or off. And I'm going to call the meeting officially to order here, and the first item of business will be roll call.
Jane Oakley,
Present.
Fran Schomel,
Present.
Leonard Urban,
Present.
Mike Bishop,
Present.
Ron Coldiron.
Let the record show that all 5 members of the Board of Works are present. We have a quorum and we can do business. And with that, we'll have the reading of the minutes of the April 6th, 2015 meeting.
I move that we approve the minutes as they've been submitted to us this afternoon.
Second.
Motion and a second, we approve the minutes as they were sent out to the board members. Are there any additions or corrections? None appearing, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. I'm going to move item K, opening these bids up to the top, and go ahead and open them because it takes some time to do it. And we'll do it. And Julie, will depend on you to tell us if the bid process is right, since Mr. Baker's not here today.
Well, yeah, I am an attorney.
Well, you've seen enough of them. Just to provide that the bond is there. And Jane, you know how to look at them too, don't you?
First one is from Best Equipment. Big bond. They have things. He's got 2 bids, so.
This bid is from Best Equipment. Charles Parsley, you want to come to the podium? Charles, I thought I saw him here.
He's out there.
So do you want to just open them and adjourn so we can review them? Do you want to open them and then adjourn so the committee can review them and come back with them?
But that might have some question on here. I'll ask him. Okay. You are bidding two bids, right?
Yes, sir.
That's the alternate, so this is the bid. And you are on a Vacton combination sewer cleaner mounted on a Freightliner. And your bid is $263,330. And it meets or exceeds the specifications set forth by the city with a 5-year extended warranty on the engine drivetrain. And the drivetrain is 10 years.
Yeah, we took one exception. You had asked for 10 years on the engine and the transmission. And we're providing what the chassis manufacturers will allow us, which is 5 years
Okay.
on both.
Julie says his bid bond is in order. This is a demonstrator truck. It's not a brand new truck. It's a 2000.
No, this one is brand new.
This one's brand new.
Yep, brand new.
The alternate bid is for $279,619 from Best Equipment, and the additional warranty provides for Best Equipment body 1 year, chassis 90 days, remaining factory warranty. What is the remaining factory warranty? What year is this truck?
This is a 2013.
How many miles on it?
There's about 2,500 miles on it.
2,500.
100.
Got that price, $279,619 for the alternate bid. And it is also a Vacton
It is a back door.
back door. Okay. We're going to give this to the committee, and they're going to adjourn and look at them here just shortly.
Okay.
Comes from Southeastern Equipment.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Southeastern, if you'd like to come to the podium.
Sure.
Okay. Your bidding, everything's in order. Connersville Utilities, Fayette County, Southeastern Equipment, Indianapolis, Indiana. And you are bidding a model 1010.
Back all.
Back all, and with 1,000 gallons of storage of water, and the price that you're bidding on this is $290,888.
88. It
is
is a new unit,
It's brand new.
brand new.
Do you have an alternate bid, or just?
Have none. We have one bid as we've done the last 4 times.
Does the committee have any questions that before you adjourn? Jane? Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
This is the last one.
Oh, I got it right here. Jack Doheny.
Why is that? Why is that one?
Jack
used
Doheny.
More than the
I
new?
looked at his bid bonds.
And his mom was in. This is a backdoor series. The price is $316,000 even, right?
Yes. There's also an alternate in there too.
There's an alternate in the
That
same.
should be the second tab right behind that.
That was for a new truck.
This is
That was the
new.
brand new one, and the alternate is a stock unit.
Is this a 15?
That is a brand new, yeah, it'd be, depending on when it's done, it'd be either a 15 or a 16, depending on chassis. Brand new.
And the second, the alternate bid is, what truck is that?
That is a 2011 stock Vector.
How many miles on it?
Roughly 18,000.
And that's a Vector.
Vector still, yes,
That's 255,000 even,
correct.
ready to be delivered.
Ready to be delivered.
And what's the warranty?
The warranty on it is 2 years on the chassis, 5-year on the module. The bid bond's in the back.
Is it really? I figured it was. No. It's fine.
Normally, we would give this to the committee and they'd wait for a couple of weeks and be back here. But the committee's been going over these trucks now for about a month or 6 or 8 weeks. The committee's pretty aware of what we're trying to find. So what I'm going to do is ask Jane if she'd like to take our committee. You can either go to my office or
You can go to mine.
Julie's
That's the
office.
Julie's office.
And who's on that committee?
Me and Mike,
You and Mike and
Mike and I.
2 utility people.
Yep.
And if you can come to a conclusion today and you want to report back to this board, that's fine. And if you can't, well,
You wanna do it now, adjourn now, or?
you guys go ahead and go if
Okay.
it's all right.
Yep.
Is there anything on this agenda you particularly want to be here for? I'll move forward if there is.
Just one for this.
Mike?
Oh, sure, I'm good. Ronnie will take care of it.
Okay. Going to item A, under new business, approval of the city cemetery restoration. Kelly Luke.
Kelly's not here.
Kelly's not here,
It's something we've done in the past. I told him he didn't need to be here.
so I don't need to do anything with that.
Well, no, we need to approve it. He's just not here. We've done this for like the last 3 or 4 years.
Okay, is there money to do
There's
it?
money to do it in the,
And what does he want to do?
he wants to restore 38 tombstones in City Cemetery.
What it is.
Charge of $4,800, which is about what we've done the last several
And that's in the
years.
cemetery budget?
Yes,
Okay.
The only thing I question there, he's wanting some money up front, and I don't know if we can do that, can we?
that's the way we've done it, because he needs supplies to get started with.
I thought there was a problem. I mean, I don't have a problem with it personally, I just thought we brought it up before that we can't return your money.
It's, since he's not asking for all of it, he's only asking for a third.
I mean,
Then
that's
he
fine.
doesn't get the rest of it until the whole job's completed, so.
Yeah, he's done this. for us, so.
Yeah, he does.
Mine's
He
in
does a
here,
good job.
my minutes.
Okay.
And he's provided, he's got proof
Insurance.
of insurance too, so.
What's your pleasure, board?
I make a motion to accept Luke's agreement to repair 38 tombstones for $4,800, as the contract states.
I'll second.
Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. Approval of Bucket Drive, Connersville Senior Council, April 24th. Who's representing that?
I'm not sure.
Is anybody here from the school? I'll pass that one by then. Do you remember who was to come? You got it down over there? Okay. Huh?
Well, April 24th will soon be here, so I guess
Like this week.
it's right around the corner, yeah, so
You don't have a name on there? Who? Oh, okay. Approval of Bucket Drive Higher Praise Worship and Mission Strip on May 15th. Branson, Montgomery?
He's supposed to be here.
We're batting 1,000 so far.
Approval of Bucket Drive, the Optimist Club. I know Al Gardner.
Yeah, we'll get this in.
Right here, I am here. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Al Gardner with the Optimist Club. This is our yearly bucket drive that we use to collect money for our Optimist Club for scholarships and for the community use. Everything we make, everything we get goes right back into the community.
and it's on the 27th, June 27th.
Yes,
right?
June 27th, yes.
Two
Yeah.
places.
Yes, wherever you want us to be.
Fire.
Two
We'll-
places.
we'll-
Yeah,
we'll-
the ones that we normally use. yes.
You'll go over where we tell you to go.
Yeah, well, as long as the traffic is
Oh,
there.
okay.
Don't go up on Grand Avenue, it's a gravel road.
Yes, no problem, no problem.
I move we approve the Bucket Drive Optimist Club on June 27th.
Second, please, no problem.
Motion and a second that we approve the Bucket Drive for the Optimist Club on June the 27th. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. Thank you, Al.
Thanks, Mr. Gardner.
Approval of working in right-of-way for the fiber optic, John Teeter. John, I think you've worked in the right-of-ways before, haven't you?
What's that?
Have you done this before?
We worked in the right of way, not with the city.
Okay. Well, I thought you were the company. We've had other companies come in. You're on fiber optic?
Yeah, we do fiber optic, going to do it for Zayo.
Okay.
They had one already handhold there at the corner of Meyer and Oak Street. We're gonna continue on down Meyer Street, past the cemetery and go up Gray Street. I think that's outside the city limits after that.
Do you have to dig into the street
No, we would not be in the street, we'll be just in, we'll be boring.
underneath?
in the right of way.
Do you have an insurance certificate?
We do have insurance.
We need an insurance certificate.
On me, no, I do not.
Okay.
I got it, a digital.
Okay, you need to get an insurance certificate to us before you start,
Okay.
if the board approves it. Okay?
Is there any other permits or anything like that? Need a bond or anything like that? Or?
No, don't think so.
I think that's all we've had in the past.
What's your pleasure, guys?
Well, I move to approve the right-of-way work permit for the fiber optic company. What company is that?
Creek Enterprise. We're doing it for sale.
Okay.
So you're not going to dig into the street anyplace?
No, we're not gonna do no.
Providing insurance is up. And, council approves the contractor or the insurance.
That's it.
Go to your insurance company, they'll know certificate naming the city in case somebody gets hurt or something. That's all we need.
I talked to Mr. John Baker, and that's what
Yeah.
we talked about that and on the phone about that.
Yeah, you gotta have that before you start. You
Correct.
can either bring it to Baker or bring it to my office, either
Okay.
one. Good. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
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 Okay.
Thanks.
Regarding the use of Western Avenue Integrity Metals, I'm going to assign that to a committee. Fran's agreed to chair that committee, and he's going to work with John Baker and see what the problem is there. And then we'd have to recommend that to council anyway, because it takes a change in the local. You know what I mean? So if you'll accept that responsibility.
Yes.
I've already talked to Brian. Okay. Approval of purchasing a you don't want to do the bulletproof vest today, or you do?
Yes.
You
With
forgot the
ISP.
mowing thing.
Mowing.
Or not? He doesn't want to do it.
Oh, okay.
Only thing we want to do, the grant came available for match money to purchase some vests, and we're going to try to go for, we need 8 vests is what we're needing. So that's what we're going to shoot for.
Was that approved prior to applying for the grant?
You haven't applied for the grant
We
yet.
haven't- we-
Oh, this is a new grant.
This is a new grant, yes.
Just opened up.
Yeah, it's opened up here recently, so we need 8 vests, but we're going to see what they'll approve. And we just need the city to match whatever they approve.
How much is it?
They're running around, I'm more roughly guess around $800 a vest.
But we never know. When we apply for the grant,
They
we
might-
don't know what
They might
they'll
not only
approve.
approve maybe 4 or 5, so
So we'll have to put about $5,000 in there to be sure we're covered.
Yeah, because is it a 80-20? Or it's more than that. It's half, 50-50, isn't it? On the match.
I don't,
Di,
Yes.
is that a
that a
50-50
50-50?
match?
Yes, 50/50. And it looks like the past couple of years, they've given us about between $1,800 and $2,000.
And it's $4,800 to buy them. 8 of them.
that's for 8 of them though.
It'd be more than 4,800.
$7,200 for $800 a piece.
So $800 a piece, right?
Yeah, they're roughly around 800.
64.
I think we paid $850 last
Was
year.
it 850? So, but usually, they only approved this 4 and 5 and 4. So
Yeah, well, we can't, we gotta probably approve. How much do you think you need for the match? You put that on the thing, don't you, when you,
Yes. Yes, I haven't, let's see. It is 8 times 50. So it'd be what, close to $7,000?
I was figuring $6,400.
Yeah, but we paid $850 last year for the vest.
850.
But, you know, like last year, we asked for 5. They only gave us enough to pay for
It was
4.
like 4 or sometimes
4 and a little
more,
tiny
yeah.
over. So, you know, they just take the money and spread it out.
Yes.
So it just depends.
And I'll have an accurate figure here, because I recall, and let's just get a quote to what it was costing
Well, the
us.
total cost should be about $6,800 then. Okay, so,
Even if it funded for that many, we're still looking at $3,400.
why don't we just ask the council to put $4,000 in there? Okay, because whatever we don't use, we don't use.
Well, the chances are then that won't be enough to,
Because they're
50.
only, like I said, the last couple of years, the OJP has only given us around $1,800 to $2,000, no matter if you ask for. So,
Well, if they give us 18 and we've only put 4 in there, That's 58. We're close.
Close.
And we're only down to having 8 officers needing
Yeah,
vests.
put 6.
So, these vests are 2009.
That's when we bought all those, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, so,
We've definitely gotten on a better rotation.
But
Yeah.
when you write the grant, don't you have to put the match money into the grant? Don't you have to tell them how much we're matching?
Right.
Is the
But
more we match,
sometimes-
the better?
Well, you have to, the guidelines say you have to match at least 50%. So, it just depends.
How much do you want us to put in there for match?
Well, you have to put in 50%, but,
depends how much they're gonna
if we
approve it.
commit up front to buying 8 vests, and they only give us $3,000, then we're on the hook, we've committed to 8 vests, so we're on the hook to pay all that extra. So that's something that you all need to consider when that,
You mean if we commit to 8 vests on the grant, we have to buy 8 grant, even if they just give us $1,800?
right, because we've committed to that.
That don't seem right. Just do that.
Well,
That's the way it works.
yeah.
And the
You know,
thing
it
is,
just
you're talking
depends on-
bulletproof vests, which they're only good, I mean, they're only really like 5-6 years.
We are on a 5-year rotation.
What's in the police budget? Anything?
They probably could come up with some, a little bit, not,
We probably come up a little bit, not the whole thing.
if you could get them, put 4,000 into it, if they funded a couple, we could probably come up with the difference out of their budget.
So we want to ask the council for 4,000. Okay with you?
That's fine.
And you figure your numbers out so they come out right?
Yep.
Okay. Is that all right, the board? Brand?
Had a riverboat?
Yes.
Yeah, it'll have to come out of Riverboat. I don't have any money. What do you think?
I don't know. It's kind of interesting. You hate to commit to it and then basically you
Our problem here is we need 8 vests. And what happens if you have an officer that gets hurt with the expired vest, we have liability. They have to be changed every 5 years. And they do wear out, they sweat in them.
Well, with that being said, there's no question.
It's not just that, the Kevlar's
The
only good
Kevlar,
for,
the Kevlar's
They
only
only
guaranteed
guarantee-
for 5 years.
So you've got a liability problem if you don't put a new vest on these guys.
So we're gonna buy them regardless, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, we'll have to take it out of Riverboat, except for what she
well,
gets.
we should get a grant or something, we just don't know how much it's gonna be for. or how
And that
many of
just,
them they'll fund.
then that varies from year to year. You can never say.
I don't think we've ever been turned down completely.
No, we've never been turned down completely.
Well-
But last year the last 2 years or the first 2 years, we haven't been funded totally half and half. And they're in a money crunch just like everybody else. So they just take what they can and spread it among all the departments.
Are all the vests the same age, Dave?
No, they
Not
rotate
now.
them.
But the originals, the 2009s are all the same, and that's what's left,
We
That is
tried
eight.
to buy.
That is 8.
is 8.
We have 8 vests, that's 2009.
Yeah. And in the last several years, we've replaced them over the years, so now we got a list here, so when we start this again, and a few years ago, Julie, you can, all of a sudden, we had to come up with.
We had to pay-
we
buy
to come up with
24 of
30,
them,
but
yeah.
in fact, it was more than that, it was like 32, 33 vests.
So you want us to put $4,000 in this?
That would be great.
So-
Okay, so I need a motion for $4,000 to ask the
Representation,
council.
so
I'll make
they-
that motion.
So it don't hit us like it did.
I'll second the motion.
Okay.
Did we find that whole thing last time? I mean, when you got all 32 vests?
I believe we did.
So and so we're not getting hit at one time with all that.
Got a motion on the floor that we ask the council to put aside $4,000 out of the Riverboat Fund to
Thanks,
fund
Mike.
this grant, should we get it, to buy 8 vests. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carried. Okay, we've had to change the heavy transfer station
Heavy
to
trash.
the heavy trash day to the 15th and 16th. We didn't have anybody that could work the days that we had it set up, and I think May 15 and 16 will be fine. I want to declare that week prior to that as cleanup fix-up week, and Connors will make a proclamation and try to encourage people to clean up their property and get ready, and then make people more aware of what we're doing down there. And basically what it'll be is you'll be able to take your trash down there on Friday and Saturday till noon and dump it free, with the exception of TVs, tires, and construction waste, and electric stoves and anything with refrigerator in it. And that'll be advertised, and that's the way we'll handle it. So I need a motion to okay that.
Make the motion to approve the trash day.
I'll second it.
Got a motion and a second, we go ahead and approve that May 15th and 16th as heavy trash removal, and it'll be free at the transfer station. Any discussion? Anybody out there? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. Approval of this FISIO control agreement for first aid. I think we do that every year. What? Explain it to us.
It's the service agreement with Physio Control on the LifePak 15 heart monitor. It's just the ongoing service agreement that we have now.
How much?
It's over the 4-year period, it's $5,712 that you can pay annually, which works down to $1,428 a year. It'll cover from May 3rd of 15 to May 2nd of 19.
Has it went up some deal?
I believe that's right, it's the same as it has been.
Where are you taking that from? His
It
budget?
comes out of their budget. They have
Out of other
it.
contractuals.
So that's going to take additional appropriation.
No, he's got money.
Oh, we're
for
going to
it.
just transfer.
No, it's in his
It's
budget.
in the budget, it's just an ongoing agreement.
This is a defibrillator to keep it active or
Yeah.
in
They
proper
do a
order.
yearly maintenance on it, make sure everything's up working correctly and all the controls are.
Is that both the defibrillators?
No, this is just the LifePak 15. We have 2 service agreements,
Okay.
one on each one.
Is that other one that expensive too?
It's like $1,100 a year, but it has another 2 years on its agreement.
I move that we approve the agreement for physical control for the first aid unit.
I'll second it.
Motion and a second. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Well, we're back down to opening bids on back truck. It says that right
We've
there on the
opened
agenda. Well, that was quick. Have you made a decision or do you need more
It's quick, I thought we were in
time?
there forever.
Hmm?
It's probably- Yes, after reviewing warranties, our needs, specifications, we are recommending that the purchase of the Doheny bid, the alternate bid of $255,000 on the 2011 Vector.
That's your truck? You want to come up to the podium?
Yes, sir.
Give us a thumbnail sketch of what we're buying.
It is
If we vote to buy.
it's a Vector 10-yard unit. It was in our demo fleet. So one of the trucks we take around, we show communities that are looking to buy a truck. So it has roughly 18,000 miles, but the actual working hours on the secondary engine is only 500, which is really low for a truck that age. We're offering a 5-year module warranty and a 2-year on the chassis warranty. So, and that's on a 2011 truck. So it's mounted on a Kenworth chassis, which is a very nice chassis.
It is on beside the device. Okay.
And it's available.
It's ready to go, yep.
Okay. Mike?
We went through the whole thing,
Okay.
serviced it, fixed anything that needed to be fixed. Everything is ready to go.
Was that the best bid? No.
This is out, and under here it is. Okay, okay.
Jane, was that the best bid?
Well, for our needs and the extra equipment that's on it, in our price range, I did have one question. The 2-year chassis warranty of Freightliners of 5, it's reverting back to its in-service date of 2011?
The 2-year warranty starts when you guys take delivery of the truck, of the chassis and the module.
Okay, okay.
And that will say that in the contract, correct?
Yeah, that'll be on everything we have, and we'll give you documentation of that, so.
Mike, is this okay with you?
Yeah, I mean, we've looked at a lot of trucks.
I've been looking at that truck since January.
Yeah.
Before then.
Have you seen this truck?
Yeah, we've seen this truck, we've seen it work.
Is it here now?
No. we think, with all the trucks we looked at, this is best for our needs. It's time to make a decision, and it's a really nice truck.
We're not trading our truck.
No. Not for sure what we're going to do with our truck quite yet.
We'll figure that out.
Would you like to speak? Go ahead.
I would. Don Miller with Southeastern Company. After the meeting on March the 2nd with the Roots Dresser people here, I thought that the intention of the committee and the board was to perhaps seriously look at a positive replacement pump unit with the Roots Dresser blower. Just wondering what happened to that.
Jane, you answer that.
We did take serious consideration, but the most serious consideration we had to take was the money that we have to invest in this piece of equipment. And the money we don't have to invest.
And what is the difference? Can you tell me roughly?
A difference of 319,000, 255,000.
So it's 60,
That's 55, 60,000.
55 or 60.
We were at $290,888. We weren't the $316,000 bid.
On those two, okay, right. And I was looking at the two from the other company. But yes, we're still looking at 45,000 difference.
It's a lot of money.
Consideration in the taxes that those people pay and the want and the desire that they had hoped to see a Roots Dresser unit as the sewer cleaner unit, I'm sure will not sit well with them, as this decision does not sit well with me. And we'll make sure they know.
That's not a good attitude.
Well, there's
to
no
have.
sense getting mad about it. I mean, it's because it's a financial decision for this city.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Sorry he feels that way. I mean, we have to do what is best for the ratepayers. And $40,000 or $45,000 is a lot of money for a ratepayer to pay if we can do the same thing with this truck. And I'm sure that we have an excellent working relationship. We just bought a big blower down at the sewage treatment plant for $40,000 from Roots Blower. And I think these two units that were on the truck were, what were they, $1,800 a piece or something?
Yeah.
Very insignificant part of this truck. However, we tried our best to do it. It just, at this point, for our money, is not available. And I'm looking at Brad back there, the Assistant Superintendent of Utilities, and he's shaking his head. You've looked at this hard and long. Would you like to say something? You want to come up here? You've been at the City Utilities 30-some years. You've been with that truck ever since it was new, haven't you? The one that we got?
Yeah. Yeah, they bought it when I'd been here 5 or 6 years, so.
You're in complete
As far as
agreement with the rest of the
company,
committee.
as
right?
far as the blower company consideration, of course, if there was any way to do it, we would have loved to have bought a truck with a blower. But the type of truck that we use has to be able to pull a lot of weight, and the best truck for that is a fan truck. And that's what we really wanted, a fan truck. Everybody's
Now,
pretty
when you
much
say it
know
has
that.
to pull a lot of weight because it has to lift what?
It has to lift bricks and things out of the bottom of lift stations, and so for us, a fan truck was better. I mean, we would have, and I talked to the guys over at the blower, and they understood that.
They did.
So it just turns out that this is the most truck for the cheapest price that we can get.
And we have spent,
Since October the 5th was our first meeting about this last year, so we've been talking about it for
Brad,
many months.
isn't this truck in comparison, if it was a brand new truck, wouldn't this truck be almost $400,000? So I think you're kind of, we need to bring that out, that we're buying a plus $400,000 truck.
It's a tandem, it's on a Kenworth chassis, it's just it's a Cadillac of trucks. It's really, I'm glad we had an opportunity.
We certainly don't need to overlook that fact.
And Ronnie's right. If we bought this new, it would be $400,000, and it's got every piece of extra equipment on it that we could possibly want, and it's the least.
May I make a comment, Mayor? What day was it, guys? We was over there Thursday, Friday? I don't remember what day we was over when we looked at this truck.
Yeah, we said Thursday.
And we had probably 2/3 of the utilities workers over there. And they knew nothing about cost, they just knew about what they was looking at in comparison to the trucks. And I talked to them on an individual basis, and they were completely overwhelmed with what they were getting in this truck. As far as what it had on it, the safety features on it, the ease of availability to get to things that they don't have the luxury of having now. And I think it's just a good buy for the money. And that's what we've got to look at. I'm sorry he got upset, but if he doesn't understand, we got to get what we can afford to pay for. That's the best to work in our situation. And this is the best truck, I think. And you guys agree? Am I wrong?
Yeah, you hit right on those. I mean, that's how I made my decision for my workers. Brad, they have the experience with that truck, and it's everything that we needed and everything that we wanted.
Also doesn't have to have the urethra put in, right? It's 11.
I'm sorry.
Yes.
Urea doesn't have to be added to this, right?
Right, no, it
It's
doesn't even, no diesel
2011.
fuel.
And that saves you a lot of money, right?
Yeah, the maintenance on that.
I'm ready to take a motion for the chairman of the committee. if
I'd
she's
like to
prepared.
know
Oh, go ahead.
how-
I'm sorry.
We're gonna pay for it.
We're gonna decide that.
Okay, it hasn't been at least,
Our recommendation.
Well, she'll tell us what's best here and we'll talk it over. and
okay.
If we need to borrow money, we'll come back at a later date.
We've discussed it, Fran. It's not something we have to let go by, okay?
Oh, yeah.
Well, I wasn't sure you wouldn't, but I was just wondering if we are sound financially here.
You know, also in support of what Brad said, and I was kind of the one that questioned before
Okay.
the Roots blower truck because of the direct displacement, but that fan truck is a whole lot more practical truck for our use in the lift capacity of that truck. You know, I'd have took the chair's decision, but I'm glad to see the fan truck, just to be honest with you.
You make a motion, then, since you're the chairman, I prefer it if you can.
Okay. I move that we approve the purchase from Jack Doheny Companies of the vac truck in the amount of $255,000.
I'll second.
Got a motion and a second to buy this 2011 truck. Any discussion further? Anybody out there want to say anything before we get her done? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried.
You want a roll call vote, Mayor?
No, I think everybody voted. I looked at their mouth and everybody voted.
Fine with me.
It's a good truck.
If you did not vote yes, you can say so now and I'll listen to you. Okay. Request for waiving the sewer lien at 928 and 930 Walnut Street. Kenneth DeYoung. Kenneth?
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen.
How are you, Kenneth?
I'm here to try to oppose this tax. It's a property that I bought at the Commissioner's sale June 4th. Now,
Last year, June 4.
June 4th of 2014. Yes, sir. From what I understand, the taxes were supposed to be $369 per half on this property. When I get the tax bill, first installment is $448. I questioned it. They said, well, there's a sewer tax that has been assessed on this property. And I find out that the sewer tax is assessed to the former owner, Mr. Jesse Massey. I took legal possession of this property on December 1st of 2014. Supposedly this was assessed in October of 2014. So I would...
It's a stormwater lien, and it was put on in between the time when it was sold at Commissioner's sale and he actually took possession.
Had the lien been on there at Commissioner's sale, they would have wiped it
Well,
out.
they wiped several others off.
Yeah.
But there's one particular one that did not get wiped off, so.
Why was the sewer lien put on at that time? Wouldn't be any grass growing at that time?
No, it's not grass, it's sewer. Stormwater.
Okay, it's a.
The utilities put it on.
what they call storm
Yeah, I know
sewer
what that is.
tax.
How many months was it then?
3 months, October, November.
6 months, I think.
It's $5.15 a month.
I think it was 6 months.
So how much money are we talking about here?
$79.19, I believe it is. Yes.
So what we're looking at here is he bought this at Commissioner's sale June of 2014.
Yes, sir.
The sewer lien was put on in October after they had wiped out all the taxes and the liens. They'd wiped them off. And you
Correct.
bought the house probably for $200.
No.
No?
No, the actual sale price of the house was $600. But as of to date, right now, I have over $15,000 invested in a lot that is appraised at approximately $7,000.
See, that was put on.
I understand that. I think
Okay.
you got a good deal. Am I figuring wrong? I mean, if it's appraised at 7,000, but you put that money in it yourself. You're fixing it up.
No, I had to have the house torn down. I've paid the taxes.
So now you just have the lot.
Yes.
I know a little bit about that.
Uh-huh.
I've done about 5 of those myself.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I know, I understand that pretty well. Yeah. And that lot is basically worthless to you.
No, it's really.
Well, it's going to take quite a bit more to get it kind of leveled out and, be able to put some grass, whatever, in there and...
Is it next to your house where you live?
Yes, yes.
That's what you're trying to do?
Yes.
Yeah. I was gonna say, because you can't build on it, it's not wide enough.
Well, that I don't know. I mean, I basically...
I bought 5 of those houses, I think, and tore down, and I bought them from the individual, not at the commissioner's sale, and some of them $10,000 and $11,000, and then tore them down, and I've got 20 in them. I don't know.
So this cost, this $79, sir, was added on after you bought the property, is that correct?
Right, those 3 years.
Yes.
And and you started tearing down the house when you bought the property, or as soon as you took possession, right? Who's made improvements to the
Yeah.
neighborhood by tearing them down, okay?
Brad, or Mike, Brad, you're the one in here. Does the sewer lean, or does the stormwater stop the minute you shut off the service? Or does,
No.
it goes
No,
on?
it's a storm.
When
Sewer
does
water
it stop?
runs,
When you
not
take the
storm.
service completely out of the house?
Never really does. It's always, the stormwater charge is always there.
Stormwater, all these.
No, but I mean, now that he's tore the house down, there's no stormwater charge.
Stormwater's for, yeah.
Time period before the house is torn down.
Yeah,
Connersville
did you
Utility
know-
said if there's no
Did they notify us?
no building on the property, that then the stormwater tax is also, then that's dropped.
So you notified us when you got it, when you tore down the property?
Yes, sir.
When was that? When did you
The
notify
property
them?
was, the building was completely torn down by February 13th of 2015.
But when did you tell them to disconnect the service?
Back in December, or after I got final papers, court approved, whatever, legal possession
title
of the property. Prior to that, I could not
I know
legally
you
do
did.
anything.
And we had one like this before.
We've had several, yeah.
And what did we do?
We took it off.
Forgave.
The precedent's
Because
been
it's
set.
been put on the time that, in that
In that-
interim time
Is
period.
the stormwater assessed also on paved or concrete surfaced area as well
Yes.
as the residents?
Mhm.
Yes,
Is there any paved or concrete surfaced
Well,
areas going on?
not residential.
not
You
residential.
you just pay a straight
Yeah,
515.
flat fee residential.
It's hooked to your water and sewer bill, really, is what it is. Well,
I think the precedent's been set in the past year and a half.
I still think that the commissioners, when they have that sale, they should tell people this.
I do too, I agree.
That's our problem here, and then we put this on.
But it was clear when he bought it at the 1st of June, but from the 1st of June to the end of September, before he could take possession, they still
I
assessed.
remember we got caught in 2 or 3 of these.
I
And he,
remember-
and really have no legal right to start tearing it down until it's, what is it, 6 months? You gotta have it.
Yeah, he had to own the, or he had to
year.
wait
Well,
120
Well, there's a
days. in it.
120 day reclamation period, and that basically should have been up October 4th, but then it had to go through the processes and go through the court and everything, and I never received notification until, I believe the letter was dated November 28th of 2014, so the first business day was December 1st when I went to the courthouse to get everything changed over and take legal possession.
Okay. What do you wanna do, folks?
I think we ought to remove it like we have done in the past. I'll
Sounds
make
like
my
that's our
motion.
I'll
best bet.
second.
A motion and a second? Discussion any further? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Lean's gone. She'll
We'll
have
get it taken care of.
She'll take it off.
Actually, I can't take it off the
Thank you
utilities.
very
I'll take
much,
it off.
ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you for.
Thank you for getting the property
This
back on the
tape-
tax roll.
It'll take several days, probably at least be the end of the week or so.
Okay,
Okay.
because, yeah, I want to go pay the taxes.
And you can probably go ahead and pay the taxes and just leave the 7919 off, and we'll get that taken care
I
of.
don't know if they would do that. It's, I'd have to check with them
I
and see.
think they will, so try that.
Again, thank you very much,
You're
and
Thank you.
everybody try to have a good week.
Thank you, you do the same.
Resolution 2015-15, transfer and DOT $500 from safety and medical to minor equipment. And then we also have Resolution 2015-16, a transfer in the park, $6,075 from non-reverting operating the Miller Center, softball, soccer, pickleball, summer camp, and Miller Sports. Everybody understands what those are? I'd like to take them both together if it's okay.
I move that we accept Resolution 2015-15 and 2015-16, Your Honor.
Second, please.
Got a second? Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. We're down to our departments. Let's go with utilities. Mike?
Yeah. Real short, attached is our monthly revenue expenditures. I know you guys talked about it last time, but there was a drop in, the fund balances, but we invested money, and that's why that money's gone, to collect interest off of it for now. Also, overtime was $49.50 last month. Work orders was 54 in water, 26 in sewer. Nothing with the projects we're still pretty much on schedule on the projects. They were supposed to start on the F project today with the rain and weather. It's not gonna happen, so hopefully they can get in there this week. But, it's kind of mess right now with all this rain, so hopefully we get some clear days when we get back on those projects. The cross-training in the office is still going on. We just informed that we're losing our payroll and our accounts person end of this month, and then our bookkeeper at the end of July. So, work in progress. We're trying to get everything figured out, what to do. Jill and her clerks, girls have been great helping us out and just trying to figure out what a long-term plan right now.
Our overtime was due to some leaks we had, some overtime in there.
Yeah, half of the overtime is the service watch and the water crew, which is repairing problems.
We don't allow overtime unless it's just absolutely necessary.
We're gonna save a lot of money this year on the overtime with the meter department.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Shouldn't have much.
We've been discussing, we need another person on the water crew. And I told Mike to move forward to open the job. I think he posted today.
Yes.
Okay, so he posted a job in the water
Well, we
crew.
posted Friday.
Okay, we gotta post it for 10 days,
7.
7.
Yeah.
We'll see where that comes out. As you know, we got a man that's off got hurt on a different project. And so we're kind of short-handed, and now we're coming into summer. And how many of those meter things we have to move up there? 19?
I think we're at 19, 18.
Yeah.
Then-
So I told him, go ahead and post the job and let's see what happens, see where it falls. And then we'll try to hire wherever we can, or we might even transfer. But we're working on that. Yeah, any board have any problem with that?
No, sir.
You gotta kind of see where it all comes down before we can. Okay. Did you guys have anything else that you wanted to talk to the board about?
That's it.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Anything under streets? Police? Fire? First aid? That's all of them, I think. Okay. Old business. What do we got under old business, Secretary?
I don't have anything.
Anybody? Miscellaneous business. Jane, you got anything?
Nope.
Fran?
No.
No, sir.
Mike?
We're good.
Ronnie? We've been criticized for our hole patching. Let me kind of explain it to you. I don't want you to think I'm giving you excuses. What's happened is, We weren't able to get hot mix until about the second week in April. As soon as we were able to get hot mix, it started this raining. And it doesn't do you any good to put hot mix in a hole when it's raining, it just comes right back out. So we've had about 3 days in the last 2 weeks that we were able to really patch. And we're going all over town and we're really working at it. So I feel bad because some people have been complaining about it, but we're trying real hard. But it's a big town to look at every pothole and try to get them fixed. So if you be patient and it quits raining, we'll get the rest of them fixed. Anybody have anything under public forum? Anybody? Bring forth anything? None appearing, we'll take the claims.
Utilities claims, water was $88,261.12. Sewer was $94,540.37. Stormwater was $27,703. Trash was $58,711.96 for a total of $269,216.45.
Okay, the city amount in claims 226, the money 96,465.94. There were 3 large ones that used about 45% of that. The 911 expenses for March, 10,000. Street salt, 10,583, and trash getting into the landfill, 21,898.
Make a motion to accept claims as read.
Before we second, I have a question for Dave. Are we done buying salt now, Dave?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
I'm sorry, Ron.
That's all right.
Thank you.
Unless you think it's gonna snow again.
No, I'm not saying that.
Is there a second?
Second.
Okay. Got a motion and a second, we accept the claims. Was there any questions on any of the claims? I didn't ask you that. No questions, you called in, okay. We'll have a roll call vote on the claims since it's so much money.
Jane Oakley?
Yes.
Fran Schomel?
Yes.
Leonard Urban?
Yes.
Mike Bishop?
Yes.
Ron Coldiron?
Yes.
All have voted yes. Motion carried. Nothing on the public forum. Anybody want to bring anything forward? Discuss anything? I see no other business, so I'll take a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Meeting adjourned.